If you've been trying to grow utazi at home, this video covers everything you need to know about growing utazi successfully at home. Even if you've been growing utazi for so many years, I promise you there are some things that you do not know about utazi, and I'm going to share them with you in this video. Hi, welcome back. A little backstory about this utazi. I planted this utazi over 3 years ago, and it was just a stem cutting I got from a client's garden. When I planted it, I made sure I built a triangle trellis, and it has been in this same spot since then. So if you're planting utazi for the first time, the first thing you should consider is building a strong trellis for it to climb on. Utazi is a vine plant, so it requires space for it to crawl on. And if you provide that for utazi, you will get an abundance of utazi leaves to cook with. I love utazi in some of our native dishes like ugba, abacha, pepper soup. Ugba is African oil bean seed that has been fermented. If you enjoy eating ugba, let me know in the comment section, because it can't be only me that eats this dish as a whole meal. Utazi complements this dish so well. Utazi can be eaten raw, like I have sprinkled raw utazi on this my ugba dish. This leaf can be added to your okra soup, your egusi soup. This leaf will relieve stomach pain instantly. If you have bloating, indigestion, stomach ache, if you have stomach ache, this will relieve you instantly. I discovered something really interesting about the utazi plant. Now, there is a male utazi and there is a female utazi. And in my garden, I've been growing the male utazi. This is what the flower of the male utazi looks like. The first time I saw flowers on my utazi plant, I was so excited. It meant that soon I'll be having seeds, and then I can give the seeds out to people that have been asking me for utazi seeds. Utazi seeds are in high demand. Little did I know that I was waiting in vain for the wrong plant to give me seeds. The difference with the female, this is a male utazi and this is a female utazi. I got this one from my mom's house. Okay, and I've noticed that with the female utazi, the leaves are lighter. I've always wondered why my mom's utazi was always lighter. The leaves were really light compared to my own utazi, that the leaves are harder. They are not hairy at all. Well, this is soft and hairy. Okay, and this one will break easily. This will just break into pieces easily. Well, this one will fold well because the leaves are very light. They are not as thick as this one. They are not as thick as this one. This one is not hairy, okay, but it is very thick, and this is what the flowers of the male utazi looks like. So if you're wondering if your utazi has been bringing out flowers, you've been seeing this type of flowers in your utazi vine, and you're wondering why you're not getting seeds, that's because this is the one that produces only male flowers, while this is the female. This is the one that produces the female flower, which carries the buds and will give you seeds to plant. This video of me with the blue nail polish was made in September 2023, and this is what utazi seeds look like. the female Utazi plant will carry the pods that will bring these seeds for you to save and replant. But it takes a really long time for the seeds to germinate, so it's better for you to grow them with cuttings. Growing them with cuttings requires a technique that I'm going to show you right now. To grow them from cuttings, you need a semi-hard wood stem, not fresh stem, a stem that is old. Let the stem be at least 6 inches long with nodes that are up to 2 or 3. I'll show you the nodes. So you want to take note of where the node is. It is very important. So this is what we want to do. Also, place. The stem has to lie flat on the floor, not deep into the soil, but flat. And you want to use soil to cover not the nodes. You're not covering the nodes, you're covering the stem beside the nodes. So while I'm showing you how to plant the stem cuttings correctly, because if you don't get it right, your cuttings will rot and you'll be wondering what happened. Make sure you're planting Utazi in an area where there is enough sunlight. It likes direct sunlight but will also tolerate partial shade. And do not overwater your Utazi. Utazi doesn't like so much water. Just water when you notice that the soil has dried out. In fact, the only time I water my Utazi plant is during the dry season. Notice how I'm not blocking any node with soil. I'm only just covering the stem beside the node just so that it can form roots. Leave it here to go. So let me show you what will happen, okay? So after a while, that's why I said you should grow with an older stem, okay? After a while, it would start to have new growth by those corners, and this is the roots. This is the roots. Okay. So once this part of the stem, once this part, look at it here, this is it here, once it touches the soil, it will start to grow roots from under and then start to grow new stem or new vine from here as well. But if you're not able to grow your own Utazi plants from stem cuttings, or you can't find seeds, you can always buy the seedlings. They are available at My Plant Life Nursery. Delivery for seedlings is nationwide. With Utazi, remember that male and female flowers grow on separate plants, and most gardeners unknowingly grow only male or only female. In my mom's garden, she's growing the female Utazi plant, which is where I got these seedlings from, and in my garden I am growing the male Utazi plants. If you want to save seeds, if you want to grow and have your own seeds from your Utazi plants, then you need to grow the male and female Utazi plants separately. You need to have both male and female Utazi plants present in your garden. Harvesting Utazi is easy. Just cut a stem and collect the leaves. And Utazi loves a regular pruning. If you're wondering why my trellis is on the floor and I am screaming, build a trellis for it, that's because it has been on this triangle trellis for 3 years, and this year when the rain started, the wind blew my Utazi trellis down, and I brought it back up because I thought it was strong enough, but then it started raining again and my trellis went down. So I was planning on getting a new bamboo stick to build a new trellis for it, but after about 2 weeks I noticed that it was doing well on the floor. But remember that it is still hanging on to the triangle trellis I built for it, so it's not just there on the floor, it's on a trellis. Every leaf of Utazi is a bitter truth wrapped in healing. It's one of the few plants that nourishes both your plate and your gut. I hope this video has given you everything you need to begin or to expand your Utazi journey. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in my next video. Don't forget to drop your questions if you have any questions in the comments. Bye.